Hello and welcome to the Adventures of LBZ. I'm your host, Lance Collins, and in today's video, I'll be building a 2021 CBR 500R and then doing a test ride after I'm finished. As you can see, it comes in a standard metal crate like most of the sport bikes do. This also has a cardboard protector around the whole bike when it comes in. You can see that it's in the background on the floor. I already took it off because I had to inspect it while the truck was there delivering it today to make sure that the bike wasn't damaged or anything. But I'm going to go ahead and get my 12mm out, and actually snapping a magnet onto the bottom of the 3/8 impact there. And you'll see I'm going to use that to scoop the bolts that come out of this crate up so I don't have to sweep them up later. I forgot I had the magnet that goes on the base of that, and I saw it in there and was like, you know what? I'll use that for these bolts as I take them out. So you'll see. I'll use them, stick them to the bottom of the gun, and dropped one of them there, but I'll get it on the way back around. In this crate, you can actually take all the bolts out of it, and you don't have to worry about the bike falling over. It has 4 straps on it. You'll see I'll cut them later. Like I say, I got so many of them, I'm not even worried about saving them at this point. We get them every day. Just think, most times it's 4 per bike, so probably build sometimes 10 bikes a day. And if you're new to my channel and you're new to these PDIs that I've been doing, I do not use the audio out of the actual video due to multiple radios in the background and, conversations and just, people's privacy. I'm in my work, so I want to be able to continue to do these videos. So whatever I have to do to be able to do that, not a problem, so I can keep making videos for you guys. And right here, I actually, that metal's so sharp, it grabbed my glove whenever I was trying to take that top off there, or the corner. And imagine if I didn't have my glove on, it would have definitely cut me up pretty good and stuck me there, because I could actually feel it through my glove. You can see I'll swoop these up with the magnet real quick. Got all 3 of those bolts. The one that I dropped earlier. Got that in the crate. Yeah, pretty handy. Trying to be quick and not have to go get other things to clean my mess up there in a little bit. And as you can see, I put all these bolts into that box, and that box probably weighs 200 pounds now. If anybody wants some random metric bolts, you pay the shipping, I'll send it right on out there to you. If anybody works at Sprite, I'm your man. Hook me up. I buy so much of this stuff every day. And now time to cut the mirrors out of the crate. They're like 2 big bread ties that hold it in, like I said in other videos. Toss them away. Put my cutters back in the drawer. Cut the mirrors out. This one has the mirrors and 4 Allen 5mm bolts in it that hold the mirrors on. It has some editing this. Somebody commented on another video that the stupid toolbox cost more than the bike that I was building at the time, but all in reality, I got all these used except for the locker. The locker I bought new. I waited like 8 months to get that thing. Come on, Snap-on. What's the hold up? But got a good deal on it though too. I didn't pay full price for any of the toolboxes or tops there, so it's nice to find repos and used stuff. And there's a reason why there's a whole bunch of stickers on there, because if I would have bought them all brand new, I probably wouldn't have put stickers on them. I would want to show them off. The stickers are covering, you know, scratches and dents and stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut the straps. The back straps on these you can usually cut and get away with the bike still standing up. That's what I just did here on this. I went ahead and pulled the strap out. The other side is loose too. As you can see, there's nobody actually holding this bike up except for the 2 straps in the front. And that one right there, there's no tension on it. It was cut. And if you're new to the channel, that knife is a Benchmade mini Griptilian. If you're curious, and no, it's not spring assisted, it just opens and closes really easy, and the access lock is awesome for opening and closing it with the lock. As you see my thumb right there, and just kind of let it fling in. The thing is a beast. The blade stays sharp forever. No, I'm not sponsored by them, but man, I wish I was. And now I'm going to rock it forward there and out of the crate. I probably have to do like a 25-point turn to get this thing, because we got a bunch of other stuff behind me that was parked there that you can't see on the camera. And it kind of tightened my area up here for getting it on the lift. So I had to one hand hold it there, kick that crate out of the way, go forward and back again. And cue the clown music. And just checking for the owner's manual, make sure it was where it's supposed to be, and also getting the cover off the seat. That makes it a little easier than trying to pull it and the elastic getting stuck under the latch. You got to cut the elastic and try to pull it out of there. So just do the whole PDI and make sure stuff's there. People, don't be lazy. And put the strap, you know, up how it's supposed to be. Also, I'm going to put one of our tags on for the shop. And time to get a 5mm Allen for the seat removal, if I don't throw it to the other side of my toolbox first. And the bolts were a little tough to get out on this one. Usually you can spin them pretty easy with 2 fingers on the Allen, but I think the plastic catches them when they're brand new, and it doesn't make them come out as easy. And probably, you know, the powder coat on the frame too from whenever they first installed everything there. It's usually, if you take the bolt in and out a few times, that coating comes out of there and it's a little easier to put in. I usually, if they don't have a hole in them, you'll see in other videos, I usually run taps through a lot of the bolts that are on frames and things of bikes that I'm putting a fresh bolt into if it hasn't had the bolt in it yet. That way you're not just stripping the bolt into the frame because of all the powder coat and welds, slag off the weld or whatever. And now I'm going to remove the battery strap and remove the battery and put it on my charger. I believe I get a pretty good shot of this charger. I've talked about it in other videos, and I like this little thing. I actually bought this with my own money, and actually I have another one too that we use whenever I go to the races. But yeah, I'll get a good shot of that. It's called a Noco Genius 2 is the model, and I don't know what it is. That little one, just, I've had other ones and bigger ones, and this thing charges batteries fast, and I test them all. You'll see, you'll see in other videos that sometimes I have my tester out just making sure that the charge is correct on it per the PDI checklist. They'll have, on some of these lithium batteries, will have a certain number that it has to be charged to. So I double check them just to make sure before they go out. I don't want somebody getting a battery that's bad, and occasionally you have something that's bad. Time to get some gas. It's kind of a boring clip, but I put it in there because people want to see the whole PDI. And I'm going to put some gas in this thing, and some of it does splash up, as you can see there, but I get it with the Honda polish here after I finish filling it up. That thing held right about 4 gallons, and what I'm going to do now is add some of my VP fuel stabilizer into this tank so that it has some treated fuel. I thought that this was going to sit, but it's actually went right back out to the customer, so they got some free treated gas out of that one. And that's a better picture of the charger. Noco Genius 2. Like I say, it's just a small one, but man, it charges them pretty fast, and you can set it to maintain them. 6 volt, 12 volt lithium, AGM, all that stuff there. It does all the batteries and doesn't overcharge them. And like I say, we'll use it sometimes even at the track and put a quick charge on all the batteries for any of the bikes that are dead engine starting. Put this battery in here. It has a rubber hold down. You'll see I'll put that on. You'll see this terminal is kind of a pain in the butt. Just the way that they come, they're never like bent the correct way. Not the actual end of the terminal, but the way that it's crimped onto the wire. It's usually got a nasty twist, and it's the wrong way. I was just checking the back of the bike out, making sure everything was looking good there. Other tech was like, I think the license plate thing is crooked. I think he was messing with me. But Phillips screwdriver holding it down, like I say, it can be kind of a pain in the butt just because how the end of the cable is crimped onto that wire if you ever have to change the battery out. Not just this bike, it's pretty much all of them. that I've done on these CBRs. The wire just is kind of a pain in the butt. The ground's usually easy though on these, but yeah, you'll see. Sometimes you struggle on those too, but this one goes in really easy. And time to put the seat back on. 5mm Allen. You want to make sure that if you're ever putting these on, start them by hand. Don't run them in there with an impact. It will go in sideways or strip out, and it is part of the frame. It could be very expensive if you got to replace that piece. And sometimes that seat will actually push your Allen out of the tool out of the actual bolt there, and can make it slip out. So as you saw there on the other side, I didn't strip it. It actually just pushed it out whenever I went to turn it. And I'm going to put there in the tire, 36 front, 42 rear. Just like a lot of the common sport bikes that are out there. And we'll give the chain a quick check real quick here, just to make sure it wasn't too tight or too loose. Seems to be good. And now time to wipe the rotors off. Again, I'm going to use the Maxima electrical brake clean. Like I say, this stuff does not tear the paint or anything up if it gets it on there. And also seems to evaporate a little quicker than the regular brake clean, so we don't have no fires when I go for a test ride. And we'll go ahead and install the mirrors with the two 5mm Allens. And time to wipe her down with some Honda polish and get all my fingerprints off of it and shine it up a little. Getting it ready for the customer. And I always try to keep this stuff away from the seats, even though I have seen people clean their seat with it. Boy, it makes it slick that first little bit of a ride, so I don't recommend cleaning it with it if you're going to go ride right away with it. And I'll do a quick walk around here. This is what it looks like after it's done, finalized. And what I'll do next is take it for a test ride. I actually had set the time and stuff in between this here, but I had to shorten it up because I had people walking in all the time and talking to me in the middle of it. So we'll put it at the end there. Okay, this is it, a 2021 Honda CBR500r, and I'm going to do a test drive. This is an ABS version. Already done all the rest of the PDI to it. Check the chain, set the air pressures, 36, 42. Time to go over the controls. They're just going to be like any other standard motorcycle without a radio. You're going to have your turn signal, horn, high beam, low beam, clutch lever, start button, your four ways, kill switch, brake lever. On the dash, gonna have your neutral light, oil light. When it's off, it's gonna be on. Same with the ABS light until you move. High beam, check engine light, left and right turn signals, time, tachometer, fuel gauge, gear indicator, miles per gallon, and your miles per hour. Start this thing and see what she does. Clutch is really light. It's kind of like a monkey clutch. You've rode one of those. It's super light on this. Other than that, it's pretty good. I'm 6'2", 210 pounds, and fit on this thing pretty good, just like any other sport bike. Let's go for a ride. Not going to go too fast because customer is waiting, and this is a brand new bike with brand new tires. Bit of pep to it. Honestly, it feels like as much power as like a CBR500r does. Definitely a light, easy bike to turn. You can't make the sharpest turn, but you can make a pretty quick turn. And that's going to be it for today's video. If you like what you saw, please make sure you hit the like button. And if you're new to this channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thanks and have a great day.